I still hear their screams at night. Not the warriors, the minions. The things that came crawling out of the trees. Things that should not have been. It started when the elders sent 7 warriors into the evil forest to retrieve the sacred knife, the only weapon that could kill Odiza, the demon that had plagued our land for generations. The monster had taken too much from us, our people, our food, our peace. Every few moons, it would send its minions to snatch children from their beds, to poison our wells, to wither our crops. It laughed at our sovereign, knowing nothing in our world could stop it, until we found out about the knife. The old story said it was hidden deep within the evil forest, in a shrine long abandoned by men. It was a weapon made by the gods themselves, forged to cut through the darkness, but no one who had gone looking for it had ever returned. This time, we sent our strongest. I was not a warrior, I was just a boy, too young to fight, too old to be shielded from the truth. I had grown up hearing the screams of Odiza's victims. I'd seen mothers wailing over empty cradles, fathers staring at ruined fields with dead eyes. I wanted to help, so I followed them. I was careful, keeping my distance, moving through the trees as quietly as I could. The warriors didn't know I was there. I wasn't foolish enough to get too close, but I needed to see, to understand. The evil forest was worse than the story said. The air was thick, damp, smelling of rot. The trees were gnawed and twisted, their branches reaching like claws. There was no bird song, no rustling of small creatures, just silence. And then there was not. The attacks came swiftly. Shadows peeled away from the trees, forming shapes, twisted, shifting things with too many limbs, too many eyes. Some crawled, some floated, some simply appeared, grinning with jagged, broken mouth. The warriors did not hesitate. Sword slashed, spear struck. The minions shrieked as they were cut down, their bodies melting into the earth. But for everyone that fell, another took its place. They fought in silence. Their only sounds, the clash of weapons and the raged breath of warriors. Then one of the creatures grabbed Adero, the tallest of them. It coiled around his throat like a snake. He stabbed it, but it did not bleed. Instead, it tightened, crushing him before our eyes. He fell without a sound. Another grabbed Bara, pulling him into the darkness between the trees. We heard him scream, then silence. One by one, they fell, until only 2 left, Chijioke and Nkem. I wanted to run, but my legs would not move. My body was stone. My breath caught in my chest. I watched as the last 2 warriors reached the shrine. It was a small structure, half hidden by vines and moss. Inside, lying on an altar, was the sacred knife. It did not glow. It did not hum with power. It was just a simple blade, old and worn, its handle wrapped in cracked leather. Chijioke reached for it, and then the ground shook. From the darkness beyond the shrine, Odiza rose. It had no true form. Sometimes it was a man, sometimes a beast, sometimes a written mass of limbs and shadows. Its eyes burned like embers, its mouth a jagged, grainy hole. You think a knife can stop me? It laughed. The ground split beneath them. The trees groaned, their branches twisting violently. The air itself trembled. Then Odiza attacked. Nkem rushed forward, swinging his sword, but the blade passed through the demon like smoke. Odiza lashed out, and Nkem was flung across the shrine, his back slamming into the stone wall. He did not move. Chijioke stood alone. I saw his hands tremble as he gripped the knife. I saw his jaw clench, his breath coming fast and hard. He was afraid, but he did not run. Odiza lunged. Chijioke moved. Faster than I thought possible, he ducked under the demon's strike, rolling to the side, and then With everything he had left, he drove the knife into Odiza's throat. For the first time, Odiza screamed, not in rage, in fear. Its form flickered, shifting wildly, as if trying to escape the blade. The fire in its eye dimmed, its body convulsed, the shadows unraveling. Then the head fell. It hit the ground with a dull thud, rolling to a stop near the altar. Its ember's eyes flickered once, twice, then went out. The body collapsed into dust. The earth went still. The evil forest did not fight them anymore. The air was lighter, the trees did not whisper, the shadow did not move. Chijioke and Nkem carried their fallen brothers back to the village. I followed, my body still shaking, my mind struggling to believe what I had seen. When they arrived, the people wept, not just for the dead, but for the hand of our sovereign. The crops would grow again, the children would sleep without fear, the village was free. But Chijioke and Nkem were not the same. They had seen something no man should see, done something no man should do. They did not celebrate, they did not cheer. They only sat in silence, staring at the knife that had saved us all, and the evil forest has been silent ever since.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to click the subscribe button for more interesting updates.